out of the box or out of the wall, whatever you want to call it, we have, oh, so close, Children of the Corn Arrow 4K release. I won't lie, when going to this movie, I was expecting it to be that blonde-haired, children movie. But I think that was Children of the Damned, not Children of the Corn. So, let's see if you should eat this corn. Chase Leaki here with the Blue Futon reviewing Children of the Corn 1984, right? Is it 1984 or 86? I hate it because it doesn't tell you anymore. It really doesn't. But I do think it's 84. So it's a movie about pretty simple premise, actually. You have this couple that she wants to marry. He doesn't want commitment. But anyway, they're going through the town to go to Seattle. And you know what? They stopped in Nebraska. Where are all the adults? The adults are missing. Just these random murderous kids. Some of the kids are like, I'm out of here, but they can't make it out of why because it's a Malachi character and it's religious cult, if you want to put it that way, of what is in the corn. Will these pair of adults die? Will they take some kids with them? We're about to find out. So, do you like this film? It was okay, mid at best. It's kind of reminds me of those 80s movies that came out with the Stephen King ones, like this, Firestarter. Like, there's something to it. But then at the very end, you're just like, I expected more from this experience. However, let's talk about the positives of the film. I think the adult actors, we have Linda Hamilton as well as Peter Horton. I think they do a pretty good job with playing these adults that are in distress, that are trying to get out of this town in Nebraska. Again, just like the 2023 version, there are some good child actors in this movie. And I do think it opens up strong of how these kids, which I want to know, the person that drugged the coffee, was that a kid or not? I'm pretty sure it wasn't a kid, so I don't know what actually happened there. But I think it starts off strong, like, oh shit, like this is kind of believable with poison, knives, and just quiet killing. It's nothing loud, unlike the 2023 version, but that's something different. But I do think it opens up that way strong. And then we're slowly going into this. But I would say for an hour and 30-esque minute movie, they really don't get into the town to the 50-minute mark because it's a lot of, going back and forth. What are these kids doing? Oh my God, we took a left turn. Then we took a right turn in the car. Then we took a left turn in the car. So you're like, okay, what are we trying to get at here? And we finally get to the town. It just abruptly starts. And there's not a lot of backstory with how everything is occurring. What do I mean by that? There's this kid that could write stuff or like just drawings, right? And it's like, you know what? There's a random car coming. But it really doesn't say why this car is coming and why this car is so, important in this movie. Is it because they need a sacrifice? But it makes me wonder, does no one come to this town anymore? Is this town literally just a wasteland of kids and not even a cop, not even a single trucker has gone through this town? There's a lot of disbelief of like, what is actually occurring in this town and what's occurring? What's fucking occurring? Okay, this is what I'm really confused about when watching this film. And then at the very end, it just kind of like, and there's a religious element, and then this happens, and then this happens, expedition, and then we're just like, we're given story, and all of a sudden it's like explosion at the end. You're just like, what? I need more of just what is exactly happening to these kids, why these kids are like this. Is there actually something in the corn? Because, is there a corn monster? Is there a corn pop? Because there was corn pop in 2023. This one was just more of like a religious thing of like, we're busting the corn. And all of a sudden it's like, cult of the corn? Maybe it should be cult of the corn instead of children of the corn. Because what is making these children go crazy in the membrane? Why only some of them? And why not all of them? There is one funny dialogue in the end where I think the adults and these two kids are running, or the two main kids that are like, not part of the corn. But one of them could do the drawing, and one of them's more of the brother and sister character. And he turns around, he's like, I think everything's away. And the adult's like, no, keep running forward. So I don't know if that was supposed to happen, but I thought that was pretty funny. And of course, then at the very end, it's more of like they should have done this in the 2023 version. Smack a kid. I'm sorry. If a kid's trying to kill you, it's time to knock a kid out and be like, okay, we're going to put you right here. We're going to call the cops. You're going to go to a mental facility because you're just fucking cray-cray. But overall, I think this movie is a okay mid movie at best. The acting is pretty good. when the explosions happen, you're like, oh, this is pretty fun. But there is some cheesy CGI. And let's talk about the 4K quality. It's not the greatest quality, you can put it that way. There's still a lot of grainy stuff to it. It's still the audio is still, 5.1 or 2. So it's not, oh, wait. I think I watched it in the original uncompressed stereo. I did not do it the 5.1 audio option, but I did watch it in the Dolby Vision, and it was fine. I'll put it that way. It was okay. But overall, Children of the Corn, it's a okay movie at best. So Children of the Corn will receive a 2 out of 5 with Futon. It was at 40%. So the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have critics a 38% with 32 of them. Audience score 40% with over 50,000. Here's critic consensus. Children of the Corn's strong premise and beginning gets shucked away for a kiddie thriller that runs in circles. Yeah, I would say that because it really doesn't go anywhere. It's like, story, you try to do something, and you don't explain anything till the very end where it's like, a preacher came and said this Bible verse, and the corn was possessed. But that's it. 3840s. Chase Talk with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One more things, Futon Topia. Blue Futon, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Yeah, I'd say, let's skip this one. Maybe most of them, actually, when I think about it.